Well, I hope you all had a great holiday. You can see we had a big dump overnight. The market rebounded pretty nicely in the morning up to a level that was only at the midpoint of the second resistance. This turned out to be the high of the day. As you can see, the market continued to deteriorate during the rest of the day and ended up basically down at the low of the day at the first support. Now, it shows that the market's back and volatility is back with it, so this is a great trading time for you guys, so you ought to be taking advantage of this. However, today's sell-off near the close is an ominous way, any way you look at it, um, in that another leg down will probably be necessary to find the primary bottom. It won't be definitely recognizable at the low itself, so let's take a look at the daily chart. First of all, this is a monthly chart, and you can see the 3-year cycles up and down, and we've had a very big month down and a new month started down with today's list. This is a 50 moving average and a 200, and so we never broke out of the 50-day moving average, which says it looks like we've got another leg down before we find the real bottom. Now I'm going to stop this for a second. This is the daily chart. We had that big dip back in February, January and February. We came back up, bounced, and now we're back down playing the game here. And I'm just going to roll this chart around as we go to show you, first of all, here was a bounce from March in 2009. Here's where we are now, and we've broken through the previous support in February, so we're going to look for some kind of bounce, probably down to this level. If you look at the support and resistance back in June, this was one of the rebounds during the big dump. So we're looking at 950, 936 here somewhere. We'll try to expand this a little bit. And you can see that we're kind of headed down here, and this is the overnight, the new little white dotted line now. Doesn't mean it won't rebound again and go back up to the moving averages before it turns around, but this pattern looks very similar to our day trading charts, only there's bigger jumps back and forth on the days, and these are bigger dojis, so take that as you will. But in my opinion, I'm going to watch this to bounce back up to about the midpoint of the previous day, and then down it's going to go. So this is going to kind of go up to maybe 1082 and drop off as low as 1036 in my opinion. I don't like to predict the market, but it's the way I look at it to give me an idea of what's going on. And I drew this trend line right here, so that'll give you an idea. You're always looking for trend line breaks. They're pretty accurate. We've talked about that a little bit before. So let's go back to the daily chart. Before we do that, let's take a look at the VIX. You can see this is the end of the daily chart. The VIX is bouncing around, going up and down. But anywhere up in the 30s, or even where it started out today, the high 35s has been up to 45, as opposed to the real slow, grindy market before in the 19s and 20s. This tells you a lot, that there's a lot of volatility in the market, so we need to be cautious, and we need to know that it's going to be some great trading opportunities here. So here was the end of the day, and we look again. I'll just move this over. We can see how we're bouncing around, the midpoint of the first resistance, the pivot point, again, support and resistance helps a lot, and the dump all the way down to the first support, the close, and now it's bounced back, and now it's coming back later in the overnight. We're back down to approximately 1072, and these charts work overnight as well as during a day, so if you want to trade overnight but have a couple of hours to watch, you can do that. I don't personally do it, but the signals work no matter what cycle you're in. So hope this helps. Bill McCready on June 1st, 2010.